Hello and welcome to a new CarWale video, one with a big twist. My name is Sagar and I hope you are having a good time. Now I certainly am, because today we will not be reviewing a car and telling you about its boot space or the amount of features it has. Oh no, today we will be celebrating the fun of speed and driving. You're joining me in Indore, specifically Natrax, a new state-of-the-art automotive testing facility designed to test the dynamic capabilities of a vehicle and all its components. Here, they have different kinds of proving grounds such as high-speed tracks, a gradient track, an off-road track, and many more. What's gotten us really excited though is this entirely new 3.6 km handling circuit, which is nearly as long as the MMSE racetrack in Chennai. Now I'm a huge fan of the MMSE, and the fact that we now have an equally long circuit not too far away from Mumbai is jolly exciting. But having spent some time driving on it, I have come to realize one thing here, and it's that it's not really a traditional circuit. We will get to that in a minute or so. Let's first take a look at the car that's gotten us all the way here from Mumbai. Yes, it's no sports car with big horsepower, but the new Hyundai i20. But hey, at least it's got a turbo petrol engine under the hood. Now you may have figured by now, it's not really a wide circuit. In fact, it's more like an extremely technical club circuit, and we are glad that we are learning our way around it in something like the i20 turbo petrol, which is extremely quick and responsive around here. And because the track is not all that wide, it feels like the perfect amount of power to play with. Now, 120 bhp and 172 Nm may not seem like a lot, but at this narrow and twisty handling track, it's just the right amount of power. The 1-litre engine in the i20 makes all the right buzzing noises that we are now used to from 3-cylinder turbo engines. But what's surprising is that it sounds good on the top end too. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's been strangled when you're pushing it for revs. And I'm also feeling that shove when this engine is on boost. And given that there are so many second and third gear corners around here, the i20 is actually fun, and you can feel it pushing its way out of the corners on boost. Coming back to the venue, now it's a fairly long track at 3.6 kilometers, and the way it's laid out is such that it's a workout for both the car and the driver. There are elevation changes in the first half of the track, a couple of long straights in the middle, and a tight technical section at the end with switchback corners and nearly 90-degree turns. There are hardly any runoff areas though, and instead you have gravel lanes on both sides pretty much all across this entire facility. All in all, it's an incredible circuit with a layout that has been designed to gauge a vehicle's handling, grip level and chassis balance. It's also well paved, and the road surface is so smooth that it infuses a new level of confidence in you as you try to carry more speed through the corners lap after lap. The i20 here feels surprisingly sharp and alive, even though I am being held back by this clutchless iMT gearbox. Now the funny thing here is that this is the same gearbox that I've otherwise liked so much throughout our drive from Mumbai to Indore, but here at Natrax on this handling circuit it just feels out of place because I didn't have any clutch control or the option to do quick shifts. Sure, for daily driving it's right on point when it comes to offering the convenience of clutchless gear shifts and at the same time some driving involvement, but it's certainly not the number one choice for this handling track. I have no complaints really regarding the steering feel or the grip though. The i20 has the perfect amount of power and grip considering how narrow and flowy this track is. And for times when I did go beyond the limits of the front axle's ability to keep me in line, the i20 didn't throw any nasty surprises and was actually quite playful as I felt the rear end stepping out slightly every time. So here's the thing, I'm both surprised and impressed with the way the new i20 handles and grips. It's nothing like the roly-poly original, and now with turbo power it's also quite fast in the straights. Now I wouldn't have had the same impression driving this car on public roads with so many limitations. I'm glad we could make it here to Natrax and experience their incredible test facilities. This extremely technical circuit is the perfect proving ground to test the handling capabilities of a vehicle, and we cannot wait to be back here, hopefully with something really special. Until then, fingers crossed.